is up, folks? It is first day of the 2025 Kentucky turkey season. I am so excited. So I'm headed out real quick to go and meet Jason and Luke from the Coon episodes. You know who I'll be talking about, especially if you've been watching the channel. So I'm headed out right now to go meet them. We're going to the farm. We're gonna see if we can't get on some thunder chickens this morning and see if we can't get the job done. But before then, I gotta get something to drink because I'm thirsty. So stay tuned. Wobby dog, look at that coon cracker over there. What's up, fellas, folks, people of America and all around the world? We are out here at the farm and we are about to get it done. I'm super excited, and my good buddy Luke is here. He's back with us, the coon cracker. So what are we gonna call you now? The turkey, what's a good name, Jason?
The gobble killer.
No, that's not good enough. The gobble getter. I know, Luke, it's bright. Get over it. Anyways, we are up here. We're gonna see if we can't strike a couple birds and see if we can't get it done. So let's get over here and get to all right, guys, so we just got over here to the little field area. As you can see, well, you can't see, it's pitch freaking black. So, well, pitch black that is. So anyways, we was walking over here and we got a bunch of owl out here on this property, and they're hooting from one side of the ridge to the next, and we actually just heard a gobble way back up on the right side of the mountain. So we're gonna give it a couple little hooties and see if it talks back to us. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ah! Ooh. We got one left side. That was, you didn't hear that one over there, did you?
No, that was
I only
close.
heard that one. So that one, I know where that one is. That's on that second bench up on top. I'm trying to think. So, all right, guys. So there is one up on top of that ridge. It was like right up on that point.
That's so close.
Oh yeah, he's just a few hundred yards away.
He's closer than the other.
Oh yeah. So we have one way up on top of this ridge, and then one way up here on top of this ridge. This one we'll probably go after. What we'll do, there's a high road that runs on the top up here. So I'm trying to think if we should go up to the top bench right there and let him work down to us, because I do know that they like to work that very top ridge up there, because that's where I typically run into them and everything. So we're going to get a game plan together here real quick and see what we figure out. All right, so guys, we're heading up the mountain. While we was sitting there getting all our gear ready, he was hammering left and right. So we're going to try to get up here on top of this first bench and see if we can't get him to get to us. So let's get to popping. Of course, Luke forgets something. Typical Luke. All right, so we're up here on the first bench and he's literally right up there. He's called probably 5 times just us walking up through here. So we're going to go down this road right here and just get to the very top. He may come off that top ridge up there, fly down. There's a bench that runs across down up through here, and typically that's where I see him. So we'll go see. So we're right here, right at the bench, and he just gobbled again. And he's not far. He's probably 200 yards, 250 maybe up that ridge. So we'll just get up here in this flat and just start kind of soft calling and see if we can work him off that. Let's see if, there he goes. So he's literally right over in there. So let's see if we can go get set up. this gobbler. He's kind of shut up for a minute. He's not really talking, but he may have come off the roost and is on the ground and working his way over here. So, either that or he smells Luke. The only turkey in all of creation that can smell. He's went quiet on us. We're still waiting. He knows we're here though. As long as he knows we're here. Hopefully he'll work his way down here just a bit. Of course, we're walking through the woods, and I've got Luke tore up over mushrooms, and well, we've had to find him a couple, so. We're trying to turkey hunt. Luke's over here, he's consumed by the morels. It's all right though, it's a good passerby. Well, there were no more birds. We have not heard nothing all afternoon other than one gobble, and it was way on another piece of property. And so we are now back at the truck, and Luke found him a bunch of mushrooms, so he's satisfied. And me and Jason are turkeyless and our hearts are broken. So, yeah. Bummer.
What's up, guys? So we have made it to the property, and we are going to get our stuff together and roll up over here in this field and see if we can't strike up a bird. I really hope that they are talking this morning. They should. I don't think we should have any trouble, but you never know because it's hunting. So we'll get over here real quick, get all this stuff ready, and see if we can't get a bird to talk back to us. So, yeah.
I'm gonna walk on further down into the property back here that gets in the back of this big bowl where all these ridges meet, and hit another call and see if I can't strike one up from back there. So. Well, I just got the owls started up. I got two of them back here on this corner that just started hooting, and those are the first ones I've heard already. So, and they were calling back at me. So I kind of have an idea where these turkeys already are, where they like to go and everything. So I'm just going to sit here for a little bit and see if I can't strike one up before I start heading up these ridges and stuff. So give it about 10-15 minutes. Well, I just got one to gobble way across the top of that ridge. So finally I got up on top of this ridge up here. You can see, and he's way up there. So we're getting some high winds in right now, which is causing it hard for these turkeys to hear and everything. So I guess I'm gonna have to pitch back down and go to the other side, because that's the only one I've heard so far. So running and gunning. All right, I'm down in this bottom now. He should be right up in there somewhere. I'm gonna give him an owl hoot. I didn't even have to. I know where he is. He's literally right up there. He just called on his own, so he's got to be at the top of that ridge. Oh, this is going to be a trek. That's all I can say. Oh, as you can see, I had to shed a couple layers. I'm burning down right now, coming up this mountain, all the way over there in that peak. I've come all the way across that bottom down there, up 3 benches. I'm on the top bench. There's the top of the ridge, and he's right over here on the back side of it. So I gotta go up right there, get on that bench, and work my way around. So, but he keeps gobbling. I literally just got up here on this bench right here, and he was way over there, and he just showed up right here in front of me. He did not sound like he was on the ground at all. I mean, while I was coming up that right there, he must have flew off the roof or something. I don't know. He literally came around those 2 trees right there on that bench, and looked me face to face. He clucked a couple times and walked away, but maybe we'll see. I don't know. Nothing yet, but he should be right down there, right down in that bottom over here. So let's get to moving. Well, I'm on my way back to the truck. I was way up on that mountain, never did get that turkey to gobble again. These really high winds is making it super difficult to hear, so I'm headed back to the truck to go get some lunch. And it's showing that we have high winds all day today, so may just call it for the day and get back out here tomorrow morning or something. Oh no, I have to game plan, because right now I get close, but then it just doesn't come together. So, all right.
So for days, I venture out into public. I hunt daylight to dark. I go everywhere that I can think, and I just cannot get on a bird. I have not had this much trouble in years. So I head back to private, and
Well, folks, we were sitting here doing some calling sequences, and I was telling the people of America here that we were doing some calling sequences, and I guess we were so good we called in a side by side. I'm sure that's why. Jason's got a gobble tube back there, and I was hitting this hen call, cutting real good, and he but it sounds like I'm pouring off the top of that mountain, didn't it? That's part of hunting, baby.
so me and Peter give it a whirl. We play turkey hunting, wait patiently, listen to owls hoot, and he passes out. We blow a bird off the roost and call it a day. I return to public days later, find tons of fresh sun, work a couple of hen, and that's about it.
What's up, folks? So we are back out here on the property, and I've given it a rest for a couple days after me and Peter busted that one gobbler off the top of the ridge up there. And I'm going back up to the same spot to just check and see if there's any more scratching or what there is up there right at this time. So I'm gonna go up there and give it a little shot. As you can see, we've gotten a lot of rain over the last 24 hours, which we desperately needed. So it should help and everything. It's definitely nowhere near as hot as it has been. So, which is nice. But I'm gonna skedaddle on up the ridge here and see if we can't find us an old gobbler. We're set up. So I'm at the very top of the ridge where that bird, this particular gobbler, he likes to come and work this top ridge and this next bench over, back and forth, and roosts in these trees right up in there and back over in here on this other side. This is actually, this has got to be the same gobbler that I've been on 3 different occasions now. The first day and the day that I got busted in when I was coming across that bottom and got all the way to the top. And he busted me right when I got to the top. And then the same one that me and Peter got busted by the other day. This is one of 2 ways. It can work out or it couldn't. So you can't kill them at home on the couch. So stay tuned. Let's see if we can get a bird on the ground. You may wonder why I use a stick. Because sometimes when you rake all the leaves away from your tree early in, you don't have leaves to rake when the deer or when the turkey is getting closer to you. So I use a stick initially to rake all the leaves further away from me, to where when if the gobbler's getting closer to me, I don't have to get caught with so much movement. I'll just reach my hand back here and start hitting the ones closer to me. So I work the farther leaves away with the big stick. And then when they get closer, I use my hand. So just a little tactic, a little trick that I've used. So I got a gobbler way down in that bottom on that other side of that mountain, just busting his head off at a crow over there. But I can't hunt all the way over there. But I tell you what, for the last week, every day that I've been over here, there's been a gobbler over there just going off, just sounding off left and right. I can hunt a property adjacent to it, but the top part, I don't know who owns it. But I might look at Onyx later and try to see if I can't get over there, because I tell you what, that gobbler has been fired up all week long. I'm not kidding, I'm not exaggerating. If you have watched the previous clips, when I talk about there's a gobbler way over there going off, well, that's that same gobbler. He's over there just sounding off. So, but we'll hang tight and see if we can't get a big old redhead to come in here and see if we can't get the flop going. Let's see if we can get it. Well, it's about to start storming. These winds have picked up pretty hard up here on this ridge. These storm clouds have been rolling in, so I'm going to have to put up my big camera, unfortunately, because I don't want to get it wet. So I might back out and come back in the morning. So, good morning, folks. So it is 5 after 6, and I'm headed out to go get that turkey that I heard yesterday up on the mountain. The one I was saying that property over there, I didn't know who owned it, but I knew I was able to hunt the property adjacent to it years and years and years ago. So yesterday evening I ended up getting home and ended up contacting that property owner to see what the rundown was on that property per se, and to kind of see exactly what the possibility of hunting it like was and everything. And well, sure enough, I was able to get permission, and so this morning we are headed over there to see if we can't get that bird, because yesterday he was fired up over there, and he's been like that for the last week on that property. So I decided to go ahead and endeavor to just see if I could get it done. So hopefully I can get over here and get on this thing, because I just tell you, the property looks pretty good, and I haven't been over here in a very long time. I mean, since I was a kid. And so we're going to see if we can get it done. And we'll stop here at the gas station, get myself something to drink, and then we going on over to get into the woods to see if we can't get him to respond to us. So stay tuned. Well, to say the least, it has already been eventful. Like I said, I haven't been here in years. There used to be an old crossover bridge right over there, but that bridge is washed away. This creek right here, I just soaked myself trying to get across it, but oh well. We'll see. We'll see if we can get it done. Hopefully it's worth it. Because as of right now, there's dogs everywhere back there. They will not shut up. They don't stop barking. So, but we're across the creek now. It took me a minute to walk up and down it to find a place I could hardly even cross. So, we're across it now, so I gotta get up on top of this ridge up here and start doing some locating. Well, Lord, I just heard one bust off on the top of that mountain. It busted out way over there. So, hopefully we can get a bird. I'm gonna get across this stuff and start calling up through here. So, well, I can tell that there's not been anyone on this property in years, because this used to be an old four-wheeler trail that you could drive up, go all the way up through there, and all that's washed out now. It's not even passable. So that's good news. There's no pressure. So, but I have a gobbler going wild on that next peak over yesterday evening. When I kept hearing the one over here, we were right up over there on that big peak over there. So my hopes is that gobbler isn't right there, because the one I was hearing yesterday evening was right over here on top of this part up here. And I'm hoping he's gobbling across and it's hitting those ridges and bouncing back this way, making it sound like he's up there. But I just heard another one go back up here on this right side. Yeah, there is one over there, I can tell. I gotta get up here to the top of this ridge on this flat and see if I can't locate one myself. So, it's hot. It's so hot. I just got to the top of this ridge or bench. There's a field up here and a big road that runs out through there. And right when I just got up here, I just had one come off the roost right up there and flew back that way. I couldn't tell out the gate if it was a gobbler or a hen. But I don't know. There goes another one. There goes a deer. Well, that deer's blowing like crazy. I'm gonna check my Onyx to make sure exactly where I'm at. And then go from there. We're just now getting set up. I'm right off the side of this little road. There's a high wall with like a little field with some brush or with some cover in the middle of it out here. I really hope I can get it done. You can see right there. It's a big old high wall. And this is like a little trail road that goes down through there. And it just opens up all the way around through there. It's like a big field right over there with a big circle. And then a bunch of like trees in the middle, kind of like an island of trees. But as you can see, I'm right off this big high wall point from this ridge top. That's a big old knob right up there. And this point comes all the way down and then hits this high wall and comes off onto this flat. I'm just right here on this big bench. So I know they're here. I heard them. So yesterday, that is. And this past week, I've heard them all week over here. Who knows? Maybe we'll strike one up here in a minute, though. Well, my hunt is ruined. Come here. He's okay. He's okay. Come here, see? He's okay. Hi. 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 Well, they're lucky that I'm a dog lover and that I'm not mean. But I guess they wanted to come turkey hunting too. Alright, well, it's time to get out here. I'll catch back with you and see what we get to doing, but so far, it's pretty eventful. I fell in the creek and blew a bird off the roost getting over here. And the Paw Patrol showed up to save the day, so. Alright, so I had to come back to the house because, of course, I had to get my son to the doctor a little bit ago. And I'm going to head back out, though, to this property and see if we can't get on a bird. Because I'm telling you, it has been hard. It's tough. It's been really tough. So I'm just going to go over here and see if I can't get on an afternoon bird and try to strike one up and see if we can get it done. So best of luck, that's all I can say. Well, I just got back over here to the property, and I was way up on that mountain this morning, and had a bird up there and everything. I think I just heard one gobble, but had a bird and everything up there. But there was a spot on the other side of that mountain that went down and around those fields, if you remember, down over that bottom where I was calling that turkey. And I couldn't get him to come up. Well, the reason why I couldn't get that turkey to come up, because come to find out, it was a domesticated caged turkey. And he was just right over the hill there, because I ended up going down to the property owner right over there and asking him if I could hunt that other side, just in case if I had a bird that couldn't get to me, more or less, which I was basically going off this morning, that I was hunting that bird that wasn't coming my way. Well, he said, he obliged. He said, yeah, that's perfectly fine.
And I said, yeah, I had one right here behind your place here this morning, just cutting and carrying on, and he just wouldn't cut the distance. He said, oh, he said, you probably heard my pet turkey. So he said he had a couple hens and a tom in a pen back there behind his house. So needless to say, that was probably one of the turkeys that was gobbling over the hill this morning that I was trying to get at. So, but I do know there's a bunch of birds here already. I've seen them already this morning and had them across the road right over in that area way over there too. So I've just been driving up and down the road here to each landowner, trying to acquire permission and everything to hunt. That way I can hunt the whole side, because once again, we have property on the other side of the mountain. That's where I'm always hunting, but I can never come across because we only have this section right here that goes up and around right up through there. And but yeah, so I've just kind of been door knocking this past little bit, just trying to acquire some permission. So don't be afraid to get out and door knock, because the worst they can say is no, the best they can say is yeah. So just let them know you're turkey hunting, and you'll respect your property, and you won't shoot towards their home or anything like that, and you'll be safe. So hopefully they say yeah, but hopefully I'm gonna sit here and can hear one gobble, get a midday call going here. Something, I don't know, we'll see. Well, I've made it up here on top of this flat. You can kind of see it's like a bit goes right around through there and around back around that other way. Back around that bench right there, or that point right there is where that big open field is, and where that one bird was on the roost this morning. And right down there is where the truck is, way down in that bottom across the field. So I really like this area though. It looks really good. So I'm just glad now that I have full permission to hunt the entire hillside. Because I could only hunt this side right here and that away. But after getting permission earlier, I'm sure once I get up on this road or whatever right through there, I'll start finding some scratching. Because this is the way that bird pitched off the limb earlier and went this way. So hopefully, just hopefully, we can get on a bird here in just a few, and one will actually communicate with us and make my life a lot easier. So
dang, a turkey's coming. I got a gobbler and a couple hens struck up right there. Alright, I'm gonna sit right here and try to be quiet. I'm gonna call a few more times here real quick. They're right over in there. Oh yeah. They're around the bend. Coming around the bend. They should come right down this road, hopefully. I think I'm gonna move up a little bit. Because I see a tree up there that looks a lot better than where I am right now. And I believe they're still coming out of that bottom of it, or off of that top over there. I'm gonna make my way to it. I got a couple different gobblers right here gobbling. I see them. They're out there in the middle of the field. He's right over here. those turkeys have pulled that gobbler on around that corner over there. That hen was right over here, back and forth. Back and forth. But I got another gobbler gobbling way back there. And then a couple that was over here with this group. There were probably 10 turkeys in this group. There was 2 strutters that come across. And then one gobbler that was, he was gobbling his head off. There was a bunch of hens in that group with those gobblers. And I pulled that one hen over here. And I thought for sure she would have pulled him with her. But we'll see. I'm gonna probably get up and just slow work my way around through there. Stay in these woods on this side and get around the back of that field right there and then look down that way and see if I can see them over there. Because it looks like that or sounds like that they've worked their way back around the back side of that field and pitched into that draw over there. But we'll see. I can't see nothing right now, so let's just make a move and see if we can get on them again. Well, I was right back over in there, calling a minute ago, and all those turkey come out of that draw right there, come right across through here, and worked their way right across through there, and then went down and around that way, and are going that way. That gobbler's gobbling over in there right now. But as you can see, it's just a big open field back here. It's stacked against me right now. If you could have seen how many hens that was with these gobblers. And you can see they're literally back here in this bowl right here. But those hens turned and started pulling back down that field to pull that gobbler away. I'm gonna work my way on back around here and see if I can't get on him again. I've got him to gobble a couple more times. I come right down this roadway, and they're still over here in this little bowl. He does another horseshoe around this bend, and it looks like it opens up to another field over there. And he's gobbled 3 more times. So I'm gonna see if I can get him again. They're really close. They're really, really, really close. Right over that hill, right there. Just right over that. Because that was a jake right there that gobbled a couple times when these owls. Listen. They're literally right over that hill right there. I think I'm going to have to get up and go around and come around the backside of it. Stay in these woods. I have to stay in these woods and go around the back. And hopefully they'll come up on the other side. I don't think that they can get up this bank that I got right here in front of me. I'm going to look at my onyx real quick. Gobbled a couple times while I was making my way over here. I'm about to get into the field opening right up here. Oh, I did it. That was a bunch of jakes. He was just strutting this whole way over here, so. I have grinded so hard. I mean, so hard. I literally worked those birds. If you can see where that point comes down way over there, right over in there. I come up the valley field, up that top, called them. They were way back in that corner. They went down and around this little road here and come around the back through there. And I got it done. Gosh, that took forever. Check him out. Big old bird, baby. Let me set y'all up. Golly, look at the spurs on that beast. Look at that, folks. Absolutely put the smacking on them. But he was talking up a storm. Jeez. Big old gobbler. Golly. Good beard. That's what I'm talking about. Oh. I got it done. I absolutely got it done. I have hunted so hard the last 2 weeks. I mean, so hard. And here we are. Big old Appalachian Eastern. I'm telling you, they're so pretty. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I'm telling you. Oh, I got it done. I'm stoked. There was probably, well, I don't even know. There's a bunch of jakes right there with them. And then 2 hens or 3 hens in that pack. I didn't even pay no mind. I just was focusing on him the whole time. So, got it done. Private land down here in Kentucky. Like I said earlier, I got landowner permission because the way these birds were, the way they kept staging up on these tops, I couldn't do nothing with them. And I got the permission right before I got here. And they told me that I could hunt all the way up until turkey season was out, and I could only turkey hunt, which was fine because I've got plenty of deer hunting spots. But, sheesh. We got it done. So I'm gonna get this bird up and get back down to the truck. So yeah. Success. Now to chug some water. All right, guys, we have made it back home. So today was a successful day. Really excited about finally getting one on the board. So I still have one more Kentucky State turkey tag to fill and everything, and I've only got a couple weeks left to fill it, and I should fill it hopefully within the next couple of days. I think I should. So, but if you stayed this long, I appreciate you. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we can't forget it. Don't wait on adventure. Go find it.